Welcome to Ellen Road, Leeds, on Sunday the 20th of December, the last Sunday before Christmas. The pre-match music has been jingle bells-ish, but I shouldn't think that there will be a lot of Christmas spirit coming from the Wigan team. They will be out to redeem themselves after their defeat last week against Leeds. Wigan now out on the field, and the Wigan team for this afternoon showing a certain number of changes due to injury and disciplinary problems. At number 1 is Hansen, at 2 Marshall, 3 Hero, 4 Hanley, 5 Lydon, 6 Edwards, 7 Gregory, and making his debut on the first team at number 8 is Shelford, 9 is Dermot, 10 Case, 11 West, 12 Lucas, 13 Goodway, and Wigan substitutes for this afternoon are 14 Byrne and 15 Potter. Now Hunslet struggling near the bottom of the first division. Their team for this afternoon: at 1 is Lay, 2 Rouse, 3 Irvine, 4 Senior, 5 Coates, 6 Platt, 7 Milton, 8 Sykes, and at the moment we're still trying to find out who number 9 and number 13 are. 10 Wood, 11 Gillespie, and 12 Nicol. The substitutes Tate and Sampson. Not sure whether Terry Webb is playing at 9 or at 13. We're just trying to find out from the Hunslet officials around here as to who is 9 and who is 13. The referee for this afternoon's tussle is Mr. Hay of Osset. So we can now tell you that there's been a change. Webb is at 9 and Bowden is at 13. Captains sorted out which way they're going to play, and in Wigan, having lost the toss, will start the game. Hampson coming up to kick from right to left. Wigan in the famous cherry and white jerseys as Hampson hard and low. Awkward ball, but taken cleanly. Wigan tackling hard. Wigan's second row men taking them on, trying to hold Hunslet in their own 25, probably be tight in the forwards as a scrum half makes a little dart from acting half back. Milton trying to bring it away. Long throw back. Hampson has it covered. Russell's with him. Decides he's going to go down the middle and runs into trouble. Russell, short pass inside. The Wigan hurled back by the Hunslet forwards. 4 of them coming in quickly and coming in hard. Switch of direction. And Lucas is upended, and there's a lot of determination in these early stages of the Hunslet tackling. Edwards a little overhead kick, can't get up to it. Referee says play on, there's no obstruction. That's Hunslet with it just outside their own 25. Lay making a good run, giving his team time to get back to cover. And once again, these half-backs go dancing the way through. West doing some strong tackling in these early stages. Hunslet do a nice switch of direction onto Wood. Wood driving over the halfway line. Milton behind the play of the ball. Little overhead kick, it's well covered. Iro running it out. Good run by Iro, strong determined running. Took an awkward little overhead kick and ran it out well. And Hunslet lying up very, very close and moving up very quickly into the Wigan line out. Case doing the grafting work. Wide pass, Edwards can't take it, and Wigan have lost possession. Ball thrown out when it wasn't on, and that's a good tackle by Goodways. He came in hard. Milton from behind to play the ball out onto Sykes. Sykes put down well. Milton again. Webb moving it across, a good break, and Wigan in a lot of trouble, but one last pass is going astray, and Wigan have time to cover across, but Hunslet broke through extremely well there in the Wigan 25. Hunslet now in a good attacking position. Bowden going back inside, trying to crash his way through. Is taken in the 5th tackle. Milton behind the play of the ball. And there's a high up and under. I think they're offside as Wigan try to take this. And the referee's going to give the offside. The wingman was yards offside as that kick was taken, so it's a penalty to Wigan. A few yards out from their own 9. And Hampson takes it almost up to the 25 line to find touch. McDermott with the tap. Case, strong handoff. Wigan working a dummy move around the play of the ball. Moved before the ball was played. Might well have been caught for offside. Gregory waiting first pass. It's Gregory who gets it. Moving it short one. Edwards breaking through beautifully. Terrific break by Edwards. He has support to Hanley. Hanley going for the line. And Hanley must score under the post. Well, that was a lovely piece of acceleration by Sean Edwards. Somebody was saying to me the other day that all he does is back up, but there he broke through beautifully. Gregory went to first pass. And on to Edwards, who scooted through. And Hanley is the man who backs up well. And so Wigan burst open there. And as we look at that build-up again, West had drawn them in, taken them in, he'd come hard onto it. Gregory, short one onto Goodway, and Goodway a beautifully timed pass to Edwards, and Edwards coming hard and straight and so fast, well backed up as ever by Hanley, who follows them so well to finish up underneath the post. Beautiful short pass that from Hanley. Just 3 minutes gone, and Edwards scorched down the middle, absolutely flying there to make it now Wigan 4. And Richard Russell takes the kick and makes it 6. Very early lead for Wigan. This machine gets into gear. There could be a lot of points run up this afternoon. Platt coming up to the centre to restart. Tall lad for a standoff half. Tall blonde hair. Wigan to bring the ball away, coming hard. Oh, lovely break by Wigan, get it out onto the wing, turn back inside, but the pass has gone astray. Well, Wigan surged out of their own 25 then. They looks as if they're meaning to play fast, fluid football this afternoon. They're trying to get them. Wigan lining up very close this time as the acting half-back is smothered by the Wigan defence, and Wigan lining up right in line with the referee and moving in quickly. Sykes tries to kick his way through, doesn't get very far. Long pass onto the standoff, onto Lay. Gregory hangs on to Lay and forces him down. Platt behind the play of the ball, trying to get it moving. Onto Nickel, and Hunslet moving across the field as Irvine comes up behind the play of the ball. Sykes again, and Sykes is getting nowhere. The referee says it's the rollover, it's the 6th tackle. Shelford from behind the play of the ball. Dermott, Gregory. On to Case. Case turning it back inside. On to Lucas. Lucas held on just a fraction too long. Looks like there was a gap for Edwards. Eventually he was caught in possession. Now Case turning and twisting. Managed to get his pass into Edwards. Edwards moving it on to Hanley. Hanley knocking them off. Bringing play inside. Hampson streaking down. Lovely run by Hampson. Lobs a high wild pass out. It's going to roll into touch. Good run by Hampson, eventually lost his players. So it's come down just outside the Hunslet 25. 8 minutes of the half gone. Wigan leading by 6 points to 0 as Milton comes round the narrow side of the field where the referee is. Pack wheeling all over the place. Milton gets it out onto Platt. Platt trying to make the break. Hampson and Edwards ready for him. Milton trying to come down the middle, can't get away from the Wigan tattlers. Hunslet playing hard in the forwards, but not very effectively. Coates has come into the middle onto Irvine. Irvine slips, he loses his footing. Coates again from behind the play the ball. Platt kicks behind the Wigan defence. Russell makes a mess of it, but he managed to keep it in play, but he lost a few yards. Beautiful handoff. Strong running up to the 25 line and just in the field of play. Hanley bringing it away from behind the play the board, and the long arm comes out and grabs him from behind. West taking the forwards on. Dermott to Gregory. Gregory had to juggle with it to Edwards. Edwards, long pass out to Iro. There's an overlap. It goes out to Marshall on the wing. Marshall coming well down. Still going. Good run by Marshall. He has support inside. And that's a tremendous try for Wigan. After a great run by Marshall. Fell after he put the ball down. And so it's Wigan 10. Well, as we look at this again, we started quite close to the Wigan line. The long pass stretched them out and it went out onto Iro, and then after that, once Marshall gets the ball, he beats three players. There's one he gets out on, knocks the other one out of the way, goes past another one and backed up by Goodway, and that was a tremendous run by Marshall, who's still a novice on the first team. They really set that ball up beautifully for Goodway to get Wigan's second try. Marshall fell after he turned the ball back inside, but he's back on his feet. The holy water has worked the trick, and Russell with a straight kick to take from just outside the 25. Points to Wigan as Russell puts that one over. Ten minutes gone. Platt. Well taken by Gregory, swings along one inside to Hampson. Hampson doing the dummy run, can it to Iro. Iro coming straight onto it, and his feet are taken from underneath him. Hanley going through from behind to play the ball, showing it to them, coming strongly down the right wing. Case taken well by the Hunslet defence. Dermott to Edwards. Edwards short pass onto Lucas. Lucas gets it onto West. West as well gets it past, and the ball's gone astray. And the referee's given them offside. They're going to give an accidental offside. No, he's given him offside. He's given Goodway offside. West tried to let the ball go, and the pass was lost. Wigan judged offside, so Platt will kick for touch. West never really had hold of that ball properly, but that's a good safe kick, bangs it into touch. Milton, the scrum half, tap, dummy run being worked, comes out onto Gillespie. Gillespie lets it go back onto Platt. Platt still on his feet, eventually swung round. Milton going through from against no ground at all worth talking about. Gillespie behind the play, the ball, Webb waiting for it, gets it first pass. Webb gets it onto Wood. Gregory hangs on to him. Goodway comes across to help with the tackle. Webb again moving it across to Platt. Hunslet finding it difficult to crack this Wigan defence. Little dummy given by Webb. Referee says 5 tackles have gone. Irving from behind the play, the ball, puts a kick through, going to claim an obstruction. The referee's given it, and Wigan obstructed after that kick through, so it's a penalty. Couple of yards out from the Wigan line for obstruction. Acting half-back trying to force his way over. Gregory hangs on to him. The referee says he's on his back, can't ground the ball, so we'll scrum down 5 yards out from the line. The acting half-back trying to battle his way over, just couldn't put the ball down. Gregory to feed the scrum. Out to Gregory. Gregory trying to bring it away, but he's smothered round the base of the scrum. Goodway waiting behind the play, the ball. Short pass. Hampson well tattled, a good hard tattle by Platt. Switch of direction, now Lucas comes crashing his way forward. Dermot. Wigan trying to fight the way out of the 25. Dermot, Gregory long wide pass out, and Wigan are through, looking for support, trying to get it back inside. The referee says 5 have gone. Wigan made the break, couldn't keep it moving. Flung back to Hampson. Hampson hoists a high ball. Lay coming across for it, takes it 10 yards out to his own 25. Running wide, Russell takes him well round the ankles. Rouse going inside. Milton onto Platt. Platt running into the Wigan defence, and the Wigan player shaking in the tattle as he went in, got a bit of a bruise. Webb and Wigan forwards looking very strong as they come in hard into the tattle. Gillespie taking it well, lobs a long pass, it's been knocked on. The referee's missed it, I think. Can hear the crowd moaning about it. And he's given Wigan a penalty for offside. I think the touch judge had a word with him, so Wigan get a penalty just inside the Hunslet half. Referees seem to be unsighted now, feeling it's Lucas who got hurt in the tattle. Hampson finds touch. Dermot, Gregory's very close to him, doing the run around. Switch direction, Edwards, and that strong tackling stopped Wigan dead in the tracks. Edwards short one inside. Case trying to take the forwards on, trying to suck them in. Wigan still playing it tight in the forwards as Lucas goes battering his way. Shelford can't take it cleanly, misses it, coming through on the burst, lost possession. Hunslet now. Nickel, and we're getting one-man rugby at the moment. It's head down and bash as Milton comes over. Sykes puts his shoulder in. Milton from behind the play the ball. Wigan penalised for offside. A little bit of confidence going on as to who should be doing what, but they decide they're going to kick for touch, and Platt. A good kick. Touch judge marks it just outside the Wigan 25. Rouse. No, he hums it inside. Onto Webb. Webb trying to go on his own, struggles his way. Gillespie managed to get it onto Milton, and Milton a long pass onto Nicol, and Gregory's in very quickly. Hunslet lost a bit of ground. Irvine from behind the play the ball. Milton to Platt. Platt managed to get his pass in onto Webb. Webb running wide and gets it out onto the wing. Marshall coming inside. Hunslet keeping the ball moving at the moment as Lay's joined up into the attack. And Wigan a little bit slow at going meeting the men. They've let the senior gain a lot of ground then. Webb jumping with it. Gets it out to Nicol. Nicol going hard. He's dragged into touch a yard from the corner flag. That was a good move by Hunslet. Moved the ball out well, and Nicol did well from a bad start. And the touch judge is on. Incident scene. I think Nicol might be in a bit of bother here. Says the forearm went in, hammered him onto the ground, so bit of relief for Wigan. Hampson. Good long kick by Hampson, brings it up to 10 yards short of the halfway line. Dermott onto Shelford. Shelford wanting a run, managed to get it back onto Dermott, onto West. West upended. Dermott onto Lucas. Lucas well tackled by Wood. Dermott to Gregory. He changes direction, gets it onto Case. Case turning back onto Lucas. Lucas sees a gap and he's through it. Can't get rid of the ball. Edwards wanting a quick play, going through from acting half-back. The penalty to Wigan. No, the referee said it's Wigan who were at fault. Didn't play it properly. Ball rolled back. A foolish penalty to give away when you're in possession. Not playing the ball correctly. Platt to kick for touch down the Wigan left wing. Finds it inside the Wigan half. Webb takes the tap. A little bit of an elaborate move as Rouse had come inside. Milton onto Sykes. Wigan hold him very easily. Milton running wide across the field. Onto Nicol. Nicol coming, running well, gets his pass in. Hunslet keeping him and the ball's gone forward and lost possession, so Wigan have it inside their own 25. Good run by Hampson. Eventually his feet are held. He's wanted to play it quickly. They'll not let him go as Gregory tries to get the line moving, and it's a penalty to Wigan for offside. Both defences trying to keep it very tight, lying up close. Hampson decides he's going to take a tap. Short one onto Shelford. Shelford well tackled, firmly and safely. Onto Case. Trying to come down the middle. Dermott to Gregory. Gregory to Edwards doing the run around. Gregory short pass and Wigan are through. Ducking under the tackle. The support is there. Wigan going hard. Edwards lobs it out high. And it goes out onto Marshall on the wing. And Marshall's on. The referee's bringing them back for a forward pass. Well, once again, Wigan cut them open in the middle, but these lob passes went out, and the referee decided that one of them was forward. So we'll scrum down on the Hunslet 25. Halfway through the first half, 20 minutes gone, as Milton comes round to feed the scrum. Pack's buckling a bit. Ball's in, it's coming out to Milton very quickly. Has to change direction. Gregory hangs on to him, smothers him. And Gregory in very quickly again into the tackle, catches the half-back. And Hunslet not able to make progress at all. Wigan absolutely holding right on the same spot. And now they managed to gain 5 yards of ground. But this seemed to be the ploy, bringing away from acting half-back. And the gap's there, Wigan coming through, well backed up, and the trouble for Wigan. Good attacking play by Hunslet. High overhead pass, and the referee says it's forward. But that was a good break by Hunslet. They swept down the field, good into passing, out to the wing and back inside again. And the Wigan defence was showing signs of wilting under this pressure. Gregory to feed. Out to Edwards. Turned inside to Hampson. Hampson being forced back into the forwards. Gregory coming through from acting half-back, holding it, lobs it onto Hanley. Hanley managed to turn it back inside onto Goodway. Goodway trying to come through the forwards, runs into 3 big forwards and has to die with the ball. Gregory lying up very, very close. Now he decides he's going to move back. Case turns it inside and a long one goes to Hampson. Hampson making the break, being held from behind. Plays it back to Iro. Iro inside onto Edwards. Edwards to West. West onto Edwards, and Edwards is literally to take from under him, just as if he looks as if he might get through. Onto Gregory. Gregory holding it. Long one out to Russell. Russell can't beat his man. He turns it inside and the ball's loose. Russell, and it's still loose. The referee's bound to give a knock on. Oh, and the knees went in then as Nicol came over. And I think that must have hurt Hanley. Hanley'd fallen on the ball and a lot later, but he's tough and he's hard. Nichols came over and landed on top of him. Shelford having difficulty getting his head down. The referee wanting them straight. He doesn't like the way they're binding. And Wigan penalised for feet up. Referee having a lot of trouble there getting them down the way he wanted them. And eventually penalises Wigan. Bringing him out to the 10-yard line. Good kick by Platt. Webb, a little run around, shoulder goes in, trying to slip. Strong running by Wood, managed to get it on to Gillespie. Gillespie to Webb. Webb on to Nicol. Nicol going cross field. Lot of liveliness in this Hunslet team as Lay comes up onto Platt. Platt turning it back inside. Milton still onto Irvine. Irvine turns it, gets up to the 25 line. Out onto Rouse on the wing. Rouse to Gillespie. Gillespie a long one to Irvine. Irvine gets it onto Wood. Wood's well taken, low and hard round the ankles by West. Milton from behind to play the ball. Onto Webb. Webb a long pass to Platt. And there's a gap in the Wigan defence as Lay comes through. And Hampson cut him in two with a beautiful clean saving tackle. Platt kicking over the Wigan line and it's going to go dead. Much too far. Not a control kick at all. A tremendous tackle by Hampson. Well, Hunslet finding gaps in the Wigan defence. Marshall coming in from the wing, deciding to try a little run. Now Russell's come in from the other wing. Russell decides he's going to go from acting half-back and to dance his way through. Now it's Dermott onto Case. Case going straight, gets his pass in. Edwards moving it across onto Goodway. Goodway coming hard and straight, taking them with him, but they hang on to him and he's forced down just inside the Hunslet half. Out to Edwards. Edwards back to Goodway. Wigan going down the middle. Strong run by Iro. Iro taking it through. He's swung round and down. Gregory to Edwards. Edwards holding it, turning it back inside. Hanley gets up to the 25 line. Bit of lying on in between the tackles. as Edwards puts a high kick in. Hampson's following that, lays there, Hampson's there, can't take it cleanly, knocks it forward. The referee will give the knock on. Jumped very high for that, Stevie Hampson. The referee says it was the sixth tackle, so it's the rollover. Hunslet back on their own line, and Wigan not really lined out fast enough now. A little bit hesitation, they weren't sure whether they should be having a scrum down or the rollover. Hunslet now trying to battle away outside their own 25. On to Nickel, can't take it cleanly. Referee says it's off his foot. Ball's flung away, and Wigan going to get penalised for stealing the ball. To hoots and howls of derision from the Wigan crowd down at that end of the ground. They weren't happy with the original decision, but the referee was right on the spot, and that's not founded as Russell takes it on the touchline, and his feet go again from under him. A couple of times this afternoon he's lost his footing. Onto Shelford. Shelford running into the forwards. To Gregory. Gregory to Edwards. Edwards dummying, gets it back out to West. West back to Edwards. Edwards dancing and jinking. Long pass out onto Lucas. Lucas being followed by Bowden and thrown down. Hanley doing the run around with Gregory, back onto Hanley. Hanley onto West. West going back down the middle. Dermott to Edwards. Edwards going down the middle, and his feet are taken from under him. Referee signalling 5 tackles have gone as Dermott comes up onto Gregory. Gregory little shimmy, throws a wild ball away. Wigan ball still loose, turned inside. Wigan going to get caught in the 6th tackle on the 25 line. Hand it over to Hunslet. A lot of the Hunslet players have been rather pedestrian, but every now and again they've turned on a flash, which has had Wigan very worried. Wigan back, trying to hurl them back towards the 25. Milton, short one, still held in the forwards. Little overhead kick covered by Hampson, running it out, beats his man beautifully. Turned Dunning to give it inside, and it bounced down upon his feet, and the Dutch judge is on. He's not going to like that. I think the stand-off half's going to be in a bit of bother. Platt took a swing. Hampson was knocked down, wanted to get up quickly, and Platt took a swing. Cold draft down the back of his neck. Probably a dose of pneumonia after that, but hasn't worried Hampson very much. The Sandboy comes on. Half an hour gone in this first half. Wigan leading by 12 points to 0, and the way it started off looks as if Wigan might run in a panful, but the Hunslet defence has got itself sorted out. And Hunslet have had the ball for long stretches. They've kept it, they've held on to it well. Russell pulls that right across the face of the post, so we'll have a dropout from the 25. Gregory covering it, takes it beautifully. Short one onto Hanley. Hanley well tackled, gets up again, not held down. Managed to get a short ball onto Dermott. Gregory going through from Acton, half back, a great play by Gregory. Here's Shelford and Edwards, lobs it overhead, been knocked down. Wigan should regain possession. Nice flick. Wigan going hard for the line, and Hanley can't take it. Nice touch there from Shelford. Wigan have lost possession. It's a brilliant break down the centre of the field. So Hunslet back again to 10 yards from their own line. Lay, the full-back, trying to bring the ball away. Hunslet forwards grouped very close together as Milton moved it across. This time Wigan going very hard, hunting together. Onto Platt, and Nichols dropped it, can't pick it, can't take it cleanly, gets it at the second attempt. So we'll have a scrum down, good attacking position for Wigan now. With about 7 or 8 minutes to go to half time. Gregory approaching the scrum from the Hunslet side of the pack, puts it in, Goodway picks it up, inside to Hanley, Hanley dumbing with it, trying to come through on his own, he's going cross-field and he's forced down, bit of confusion in the Wigan line-out. They weren't together as Edwards moves it to Hampson, Hampson onto Iro coming back inside, knocking them off, still coming strongly, Iro still going, still on his feet, and eventually he has to succumb to numbers. Wigan forwards battering at the line now. As it comes to Case turning Gregory onto Edwards, and Edwards looks as if he wasn't quite ready for it. And there seems to be, the last couple of minutes, a little bit of indecision in the Wigan line out. Crowd groan at that. One wonders if a move would have been planned and then it came unstuck. Hunslet with it, Milton making a break round the narrow side. Goodway hurled, and Edwards has the ball. They're struggling for the ball. Managed to regain possession. Edwards was very keen in there. Platt being held. And now Wigan are hurling everything that they've got at Hunslet. Wigan in defence, and now they're penalised. Little over-eager, says the referee, and offside. Hunslet complaining bitterly to the referee. A Platt comes over to kick down the Russell wing. Yards short of the halfway line. Rouse takes the tap, moves it inside, a long pass from Milton, cross onto Platt. Wigan managed to snuff the move out. It looks as if there might be an overlap on the far side of the field. Milton, as a Hunslet player, flat on the floor. Ball's gone loose. He managed to regain possession before the ball touched the ground. Kick's been charged down. This could be awkward for Wigan, and it's been knocked on. Senior couldn't take it cleanly. Awkward bounce, hit a Wigan player. Bowden, the Hunslet loose forward, out of the game at the moment. There's no tunnel for Gregory to get the ball in. Referee trying to get the pack right. Ball's in. Gregory out to Hampson. Hampson going on to Iro trying to break through, hanging on to him. Gets it to Marshall. Beautiful slip pass by Iro. And Marshall is in. And Gregory and Hampson work this close side so well from round the scrum. It's come off. Came off against Leeds, and here we see it again. Instead of giving it out to Edwards, Hampson comes along the narrow side, beautifully onto Iro, who comes through strong, and he ships it out so nicely to Marshall, who once again streaks down the wing, and he's showing great form as he gets Wigan's third try of the first half. Hanley having a little word with Shelford. Shelford, of course, long time since he played. It's going to take him a few games really to get match fit. He looks a big, solid lad. Russell about 5 yards in from the touchline. Clock showing 36 minutes gone as he hoists that one up. And short. Wigan 16, Hunslet 0. Referee stops the clock. Looks as if a substitution could well be being made. I think it's the loose forward coming off. And Sampson is coming on. Bounces off Gregory's foot. Dermot hands it on to Case. Case gains it, and there's another. Gregory worried about Webb, but Webb seems to have recovered. As Shelford still on his feet, getting into the game a little bit more, plays the ball to himself, and Shirley's going to give it his offside. A bit of battling going on. They're taking on. Shelford's not wanting to know really. He's being very cool about it. Referee wanting the touch, judge's version, but Wigan who are expecting the kick. And one must admire Shelford's cool there. He stayed out of trouble. I'm not saying that he backed off, but he realised there was no point in battling, and he's been sin-binned for 10 minutes. So we're almost on half-time. So Wigan will start playing against 12 men in the second half. Dermot turning onto Hampson. Hampson coming inside. Platt coming in. Platt looks as if he lost his rag a little bit. Brian Case doesn't mind how tough it is, gets away from Platt, eventually down on the 25. And there's a lot of temper in this Hunslet team at the moment, as Dermot tries to bring it through from acting half-back. Hooter goes, waiting for the next tackle as Wigan spread it across the field. Long pass goes out, Hyro can't take it, knocks on. And so the hooter has gone. Don't think the referee has heard it. I think it must have been somebody in the crowd that I heard blowing on a horn. I thought the hooter had gone, but Wigan, both sides lying right up with the base of the scrum as the ball's fed. And Wigan offside. Yes, Edward was up very quickly, and he's still not gone his 10 yards back. Goodway coming across with Iro into the tackle. Platt coming inside, gets away from Goodway, and Senior is down. Sampson from behind the play the ball. Hanley has the ball, stolen it in the tackle. Goodway, long one. Edwards out to Gregory. Gregory spraying it across onto Hampson. Hampson going to have a run, trying to cut through, just couldn't turn it inside to Iro, who was backing him up on the inside. Edwards a long pass. Case moves it. Wigan onto West. West quickly out. Goodway onto Russell. Look forward. Russell going for the line. Here's Hanley with him. Turns it inside. Wigan regain possession. West lets the ball go. Onto Hampson. Hampson to Shelford. And Shelford's caught is receiving the ball. And there goes the hooter. Well, looks as if Wigan were going to score, but it failed at the last minute. The ball was just dropped in the hope that there was somebody backing up. And to great applause, the teams go off at half-time with a score: Hunslet 0, Wigan 16. And when they come out for about 8 minutes, Hunslet are going to be playing with 12 men with one man sin-binned. Half-time score then 16-0 to Wigan. Led out by Graham West for the second half. Wigan, a top of the table team, playing lowly Hunslet, and yet having to struggle for the points. The tries they've scored have been very good, but a few times the defence is wilting. But there should be no doubt about the final result. Terry Webb leads the Hunslet side out, who fought hard and bravely, and they're going to have to start this second half minus the prop forward, the number 8 Sykes, who was sin bin shortly before the half-time hooter went. Hunslet this half, right to left. Platt, number 6, a stand-up half, to kick into the Wigan. Gregory takes the ball so well, bringing Hampson into the game. Hampson using the decoy, gets it across the field, and Wigan tearing down the field. Hanley's backing up inside, looking for support. He's gone on the outside, and eventually forced into touch. But that was a tremendous run by Iro, who's having an extremely good game. Set it up well, but Wigan forced into touch just outside the Hunslet 25. Milton shoots straight away from the scrum to Platt. Platt on to Lay, who's going round the narrow side. Goodway follows him across and puts him down. And he's hurt. Wigan players shouting for the trainer, for the Hunslet player who looks in a bit of a mess. The referee's telling somebody else to play it while it receives attention. Platt, short one on to Nickel. Gets out of an Iro tackle. A strong run. He's still on his feet. Great running by Nickel. Very strong, determined running by Nickel. Plays it back to Senior. Senior moves it inside. Webb, a long one to Platt. Moving it across onto Gillespie. Gillespie coming back inside. Milton out to Platt. Puts a good grubber kick. And it bounces off Hampson. Awkward bouncing ball for him. And number 2, Rouse is being brought off. And Tate coming onto the wing. Rouse looking a lot of pain as he's brought off. Milton to feed on the Wigan 25 line. Gregory's won it. Gregory bringing away onto Edwards. Edwards to Hampson. Hampson to Hanley. Hanley trying to make the break. Managed to turn it back inside. Hampson streaking down the field. Turns it inside. Possession lost. Ball was flung a little bit wildly. It was forward and Wigan lost it. And Sampson coming strongly is knocked down to the ground. The referee says an un-Christmas-like swing by Wigan. Having a little word with Gregory. Hunslet get the penalty. Little conference of what they're going to do, and Platt decides he's going to kick for touch, and it's a good kick. Milton onto Webb. Webb onto Wood. Wood puts his shoulder in. Milton to Webb. Webb a short one onto Nickel, who's had a good game, and Nickel going hard for the line, and he's held just short. The referee's given it. Nickel's over. It's only a couple of minutes since he made a tremendous run, and now powerfully again from 15 yards out. Nickel goes over. Nickel, who's already made a devastating run down the wing, really scatters the Wigan defence here. There were 4 cherry and white jerseys there. He just shifted them out of his way, and his strength and his determination took him over for a very good try to Nickel. Platt. Hoists it high and he's missed. Well, those should not be missed. 5 minutes of the first half gone. Hunslet 4, Wigan 16. Hampson lining it up to kick out towards the Hunslet right wing. Hunslet on their own 25. Nickel again. And it's Gregory who's taking him. One feels the forward should be doing this taking of the big men. Wigan stretch and the ball's been lost and Marshall's on it quickly. Regains possession for Wigan. Gregory very close to them. A kick through at the play of the ball. The referee giving him the penalty. Says the ball was kicked before it had touched the ground. Hampson being called over to get us a little nearer the touchline. And he finds it about 8 yards in from the touchline, from the try line. Wigan forming the wall. Edwards between Gregory and the wall. Switch back to Gregory. Onto Iru, can't take it cleanly. And Coates drops on it very gratefully. Move that's come off several times for Wigan. Iru a little too far away from the ball, one felt then, and he couldn't take it cleanly. As Hunslet being forced across field. Milton out to Platt. Platt, a short one on forwards, coming driving in hard. Milton on to Gillespie. Gillespie going across his own 25. Milton, Platt, kicks. Russell having to go back for it, sits up for Hampson. As Russell on his left, he comes right into midfield and his ankles are taken from under him. Sampson goes in to complete the tackle. Russell from behind the play of the ball, having a run out to Hanley. Hanley holding it, jumping, gets away from the tackle, but eventually Coates comes in to force him down. Sykes back on the field after his sin binning as Iroh decides he's going to run it through from acting half-back and gets nowhere at all. Dermott to Gregory. Gregory to Edwards. Edwards moving it across onto Goodwin. Wigan struggling at the moment. Hunslet, like bees around the hive, are coming in very fast. Edwards, grubber kick, low hard kick, right on the halfway line. Milton to feed, he feeds it well. Goes round the narrow side, runs into forwards as they break up from the scrum. Milton, long pass out to Platt. Platt on to Nickel, runs into Edwards and Hanley bangs him down. Lay waiting for the... he's moved out of the way, and it's Irvine who comes behind to play the ball. Platt kicks, Hampson has it. Oh, it bounces awkwardly for him. Takes it at the second attempt. Going across his own 25, leaves Sykes standing. Straightens up. Runs into 3 foot, and they take him, put him down. Sykes and Milton. On to Iroh's gone cross field. Iroh still on his feet. Wigan on to Gregory. Gregory on to Edwards. Edwards running out wide. Little bit of indecision in the Wigan team. As Goodway on to Shelford. Shelford trying to take them with him. Out to Gregory. Gregory coming down the middle. Stumbles and trips. Edwards having a run from acting half-back. Short pass and Wigan have knocked on. Been fly kicked through, the gun to be brought back. Shelford quick on that loose ball, but it had already been knocked on. But Lucas rather came through well. Milton feeds, Milton gets it out, the referee wants it in again, it bounced straight away from the scrum on the far side of the scrum. Wigan winning this one as Gregory tries to bring it away. Dummy makes a break from the scrum, inside onto Hampson. Hampson's pass has been knocked down, Iro kicks it on. Marshall taking it over the line and it goes into touch just short of the corner flag. Good break by Gregory from round the scrum. Wigan doing well in the scrum, won a couple against the head. Because Milton's putting it in, and he gets it out onto Platt. Edwards hangs on to him and Gregory comes across to help him. Milton moving it across field, and that's what Hunslet are doing, moving cross field from their own 10-yard line, fighting for every inch of ground and having to battle hard because Wigan are holding them well for most of the game. This time Wigan are penalised for offside at the play of the ball. Platt hoists it high over the touchline, just inside the Wigan half he brings it. 11 minutes gone in this second half as Milton run around work with Webb onto Nickel. Case hanging on to him. Milton, a long one onto Webb. Webb caught as he juggled with the ball. Milton works this one with Platt and he got very confused. It came to Gillespie. West comes in, goes in low, and Case helps him. Sykes from behind the play of the ball onto Senior. Senior trying to duck under tackles. Out to Webb. Shelford in quickly. There's a big overlap on the far wing. Turning back inside. Wigan have them easily covered. Referees signaling that the 5 tackles have gone. As Platt hoists a high ball, got Snow on it, that one. Hampson coming under it, takes it as ever. Up high and clean. Gregory coming away, attacked in half-back. Being mauled and messed about by 2 forwards, and they're giving him a rough time. And in spite of all the mauling that went on in that tackle, it's a Hunslet player who comes up looking rather hurt, worse for wear. Case trying to clear the lines. Out to Gregory, and a penalty to Wigan for Hunslet offside. Rather spoiling the game, these tactics. Hampson got to kick for touch over to the far side of the field. The Wigan setting themselves up 10 yards inside the Hunslet half. And they're very, very close as that tap was taken. They were nothing like 10 yards back. Referee not watching what's going on behind his back. As Wigan were charging forward again and are picked up and bounced down. Edwards waiting for first pass. Edwards holding it. Good way, change direction with Hanley. Hanley going out to the other wing. And Wigan finding it hard to crack this defence. Edwards, short one to Shelford. Shelford can't get anywhere. On to Edwards. Edwards turning back inside. And Wigan have lost the ball. Ref giving the knock on. Good way, appealing to the touch judge. Wigan trainer on, Keith Mills, dispensing first aid. Quarter of an hour in the second half. Hunslet 4, Wigan 16. Wigan not managed to break the defence down this half. Lucas now back on his feet after that bump. Milton to feed. Hanging in the pack. Referee orders it. Re-scrum, got to go in again. Ball locked in the scrums. Milton puts it in. This time it's out quickly to Milton, and Wigan penalised for offside. Milton takes a quick one out to Platt. Platt flicks it back inside. Wigan looking as if they're somewhat frustrated. Hanley comes in quickly. Ball goes back as it's dropped in the tattle. Hanley done a lot of tackling today, coming in again, catching the acting half-back. Webb doing the runaround. And this game's being played in ever-decreasing circles at the moment. The long lob pass has gone astray. Ball's flung back. Referee said the ball went back. Lay tries to come through. That's the fifth tackle. The ball's flung back. Platt kicks through. Hansen can't take it. Bounces awkwardly for him and into touch. Bit of desperation creeping into the Wigan play. Backs wheeling all over the place. Right on the Wigan 25. Gregory puts it in. It shoots straight out against the head to Platt. On to Lay. A lovely tackle by Steve Hampson. Senior going through. Wigan are wide open as he goes for the line. Wigan slow getting back in defence, and now it's all Hunslet as Platt goes for the line. Managed to slip it in. A long pass out to the wing, but that's held them up, and Marshall comes in, and Hunslet lost their opportunity there. Ball's played back to Coates. Coates trying to sidestep his way through. Wigan hanging on to him, and Wigan defence is in tatters at the moment as Nicol from behind the play the ball back onto Nicol. Nicol going hard and strong. Referee says 5 gone. Milton going on his own, and he's over under the post. Split Wigan wide open for Hunslet's second try. Hunslet 8, Wigan 16, and the Wigan defence is poor. And once again it was Nicol who caused the original damage, but the Wigan defence was caught napping. There were plenty of players there as Milton easily cut through them to ground the ball underneath the post. Wigan defence weak once more. And if he gets this, there will be only 6 points in it. 18 minutes of the second half gone then, almost halfway through the second half. And that was a lovely little dart by scrum half Milton to make it Hunslet 8, Wigan 16, and that makes it Hunslet 10, Wigan 16 as Platt bangs it over. And Wigan get the scrum from the kick-off. This ball not taken cleanly. Ball shoots straight out the side of the scrum. Scrum collapse. Forward's got to get down again. Gregory to put it in. Coming out to Gregory, and the yards offside behind the referee's back. Gregory goal has to go the other way. Platt was right in the Wigan three-quarter line. Hanley doing a crossfield run, knocks one off, and he's going for the line, and he's lost the ball. Well, this is typical of Wigan's play. A lot of frustration going on. Not running right for them. Edwards in quickly to play the ball. Forwards playing it sure and safe. 12 yards out from their own line now. Milton comes over. Milton sends a long one. Lucas goes in with West. Milton onto Platt. Platt's going to kick. Wigan push back. Hampson traps it. As Russell on his inside. Comes inside on his own. Russell from behind to play the ball, trying to sidestep his way through. His sleeve is taken. Comes to Gregory. Gregory to Edwards. Back on to Gregory. Short one. Good weight steaming through onto Hanley. Hanley going for the line. Inside to Edwards. There's a lot of cover there. Lobs a high one out to Russell, and Russell can't take it. And Hunslet have got it back again. And now Hunslet keeping it moving inside their own 25. Wigan not steady enough. Making the breaks and not capitalising on them. Back on the Hunslet 25. Ball's loose, he should be high road. And to Marshall, can he make it? The cover's coming, he dives and he's in. Well, that was a bit of a soft one. Hunslet dropped the ball. Picked up by Iro. Out to Marshall, and he ran well for the corner flag to make it now Wigan 20, Hunslet 10.
Well, Wigan were quick to capitalise on some unsteady play and the mistake by Hunslet inside their own 25. Ball bouncing off one of the Hunslet players, and Iro took great care to make sure that he made no mistake, took it cleanly, timed his pass nicely, and Marshall, as he'd done all afternoon, going strongly and going hard for the corner flag, gets Wigan a try in the second half.
Richard Russell, a long kick. Wigan not got a kicker today, and the substitution being made. Shelford being brought off, and Gerard Byrne coming on. Presumably, Hanley will go into the forwards, I don't know, and Byrne into the backs. No, Byrne's lining up with the... Oh, it's Potter who's come on. Potter has come on into the forwards. Graham West. And Potter getting into the game quickly, going to act in half-back. Potter trying to bring it away. The swarm around him. Dermot. Gregory's very close for the first pass, and it's Gregory who gets it. Gregory decides he's going down the middle, onto Potter. Potter quickly out to Marshall. Marshall beating the defence. Great run by Marshall. Rounds the full-back, and he's rolled over into touch, but that was a good run by Marshall. Looking very, very lively on this wing, limping a little bit as he gets up. Made some very good runs this afternoon. Milton feeds, picked it up at the side of the scrum. Referee says put it in again as the pack collapses. Potter's gone into the second row. West has gone to the open side prop. And the pack's collapsed again. And it's odd that Hunslet's number 8 is playing on the blind side of the scrum. As Milton puts it in, and Milton gets it out as it shoots out.
Gregory holding him. Edwards has moved very quickly into the opposition line out. Sampson trying to come through. West stretches out a long arm and brings him down. Webb from behind to play the ball. Gillespie trying to come through. And West taking his man as he's receiving the ball. Senior moves it inside. A long one from Webb. Been intercepted by Edwards. Moved up well, spotted it, snatched the ball. Gregory doing the run around. Onto Hanley, and they're going down the middle. Looking to get rid of it, still taking them with him. Strong running, and Edwards limping. Hanley plays it to himself and charges for the line, goes down 10 yards out. Edwards and Gregory very close together, both standing, touching each other at the front. They do a switch onto Edwards. Edwards holding it. Short pass, whipped inside. And Wigan have lost possession on the Hunslet try line. Trying to move, that didn't come off. Potter tackling well. Wigan holding Hunslet. Hunslet a bit slow behind the play of the ball. Good tackle by Martin Dermott. Potter coming in again. Referee says 5 tackles have gone. As it's flung back. Been charged down, going over the try line. And dead. Referee gives it from the 25. Tap from the 25. Webb takes a tap. And Marshall has come off, and Byrne has come onto the wing. Getting generous applause. He hurt himself in the last run he made. Milton waiting behind to play the ball. Onto Webb. Webb buried under the Wigan defence. Gillespie having a run from acting half-back. Wigan forwards go across and take him. West going in. Onto Platt. Platt kicks through behind the defence. Hampson knocks it down. Referee says it went back. Hampson hangs on to the ball. Russell up with him. Russell caught before he can get into his stride. Case going hard and straight. He's through, gets it, and Edwards can't take the pass. Referee's going to give the knock on. Case coming hard and straight, tried to slip it to Edwards, and Edwards couldn't take it. Milton to feed. Referee trying to get the pack straight. Not taking a lot of them. The Wigan are not down. Dermot's head still sticking out the scrum. So the referee breaks them up, takes them back to where the knock-on took place. And the referee says no, it'll not do. Lucas has gone into the front row, and the referee says that's gone straight through. Milton tries again, and he did very well. He got it out very nicely. Wigan hang on to him. Webb onto Platt. Platt going forced back inside as Wigan had moved up quickly into the line out. Webb switching the direction as Sykes comes in hard. Senior decides he's going to play Wigan on his own. Goes down into Wigan player out. The touch judge is on. Touch judge is on. Referee hasn't seen him as Hampson goes underneath that kick. Ball's loose.
The other touch judge signals. I think this could well be a penalty to Wigan. Half an hour of the second half gone, just 10 minutes to go with the score. Hunslet 10, Wigan 20. The referee having a word with Senior. Hampson to take the penalty on his own 25. Makes no mistake with it. Dermot to Byrne. Burns bounced down by Senior. Back to Iro. Iro decides he's going to have a run on his own. Runs across the field. Dermot to Case. Case back onto Lucas, and Wigan going backwards in possession. Switch to Edwards. Edwards puts the kick. Good rolling ball. Wigan were being pinned down. Wigan not had it all their own way this afternoon. The pack's very untidy. Milton feeds, shoots straight out the side of the scrum. Referee lets it go. As the fullback gets it, he's lobbed the ball, and it's worked for Feltham as it's lobbed over the top. And Senior is going over to acting halfback. Out onto Platt. Sampson going back inside the middle. Gillespie moving it onto Platt. Platt out, long pass onto the wing. Forced back inside, the ball's loose. Hunslet regained possession. Referee signalling it's back to one. Hanley struggling for the ball. Can't get it out. Can't wrest it out of his grasp. And Wigan lying up dangerously close for offside. As Gregory came in quickly. Ball's gone loose, and this Goodway has it. Goodway knocks one flying, managed to get his pass in. Lucas gets it out to Hampson. Hampson going hard down the field, getting away from the touchline, and Nichols put one on him. There's fighting going on, and centrally they're being separated. Bit of a battle going on, and two fights going on. Nicholl put one in. I was watching the play, but there must have been something happened after the play. And so the touch judge had run on for one incident. There was another one further down the field after Hampson had been put down. Referee sin-binning the two of them, both going off. Lucas and Sampson then going to the bath. Well, 10 minutes sin-bin, I think. Well, 33 minutes gone, then Wigan take the tap onto Iro, so we won't see either of those two have been sin-bin, as Iro is forced down to the ground. Dermot having a run from acting halfback, trying to dummy his way through. Hanley switched it to Edwards. Edwards dancing his way over the 25. Short pass onto Hanley, and Hanley's going to score. Good into passing as Hanley goes over. Well, once again, Hanley
twice in the movement, handling it well and neat into passing, short passing, and Edwards penetrative as ever. Hanley handles it. Little change of direction. Edwards ducking through the tassels. Goodway takes it on the bus, and Hanley following up after he'd been acting half-back goes over again, following the ball all the time.
Six minutes to full time. Russell brought the ball a long way back for a kick from underneath the post. And he makes it 26. Wigan 26, Hunslet 10, with just 5 minutes to go. Not been the most inspiring of games, but at least it's 2 points under the belt and a run out before Wigan meets St Helens. Platt. Hampson taps it. Felled by Webb. Good hard clean tackle, Potter. Short one inside. Brian Case doing a hard grafting work, taking it up to the 25 line. To Edwards. Edwards turning, changing direction. Managed to get his pass in onto Case. Case coming hard, using his hand off. Wigan trying to come through from acting half-back, gain a lot of ground. Edwards coming up to direct operation onto Gregory. Gregory holding it, doing the short pass and Goodway's through. Gets support onto Russell. Russell's backed up on the inside by Hanley. And Hanley's going to get another one. Hanley goes over, puts it down. And they made that look so easy. And now the Wigan half-backs spark off this movement to set this try up. Gregory holding it, nicely timed pass. Beautiful break by Goodway, out to Russell, and look at the men backing up on the inside. Hanley and Edwards there with him, and Hanley goes over for yet another try. Making it now, Wigan 30. Well, that's another try for Hadley. Three minutes to go. Wigan turning it on in these last few minutes as Hunslet have run themselves into the ground. They've put a lot of effort into this. Made a very determined bid to hold Wigan. Russell lifts it high, and why, good one. The flags go up, making it Wigan 32. 32 points to 10. Good kick by Richard Russell. Well, it's taken Wigan a long time in this second half to crack it, but they really smashed it now. Hampson loves running this ball out, using the decoy, long wide ball out. Wigan streaking down the field again, inside to Hanley. Hanley has support, gets it out to Iro. Iro inside, back on to Hanley again, and Hanley's going over for another one under the post. Well, that was fantastic. Backing up by Wigan. Goodway streaking down the field again, and Hanley handling the ball a couple of times, helped by a high roll, and that makes it now Wigan 36.
Well, this try comes once again right from the kick-off, and once more Hanley handles the ball twice in the movement, well set up, and it's good way, who makes the initial break, coming extremely strongly. Hanley with him on the inside, backed up on the outside by Iro, and Hanley still following the game. Going over for yet another try. This man, he handles the ball so often and he follows it so well, always in the right place at the right time to give Wigan another try. And now Wigan, after being bogged down for so long, suddenly running 3 easy tries. Well, what a finish to this game. Russell makes it 38, and what was so tight at one period now become a runaway victory for Wigan. Hunslet 10, Wigan 38 as Platt going through the motions of playing out this last minute. And that started so seemingly innocently from a kick-off and to play the ball. From short one, Casey's under it, can't take it cleanly, well taken by Sykes. Burns comes inside to put him down. Gillespie from acting half-back lobs it inside. Ball's gone loose, Wigan have it, Iro running it out, Dumming with it, trying to go through on his own, succumbs to the defence. Little overhead kick, referee not giving the obstruction. Wigan, I think, hoping to get an obstruction from that little kick, didn't come off. And a Wigan player going to be in trouble, I think. Referee having a word with him, giving the penalty to Hunslet, right in front of the post. Clock showing 81 minutes gone. As Platt onto Nicol, and Nicol snatched out of the air, and there goes the hooter for the end of a patchy game. In some parts in brilliant, and other times it was rather pedestrian. But Wigan will be glad to have the 2 points under the belt. Hunslet 10, Wigan 38.
David Gillespie, Hunslet second row, Canterbury second row. It didn't go too well for you today with the scoreline, did it?
No, mate. In the last 5 minutes, they scored 18 points, so that tells a story. We didn't go too good on the tackling caper, so we've got to fix it up for next week.
That's your 9th appearance today, David. How have you settled into the situation here at Hunslet?
I like the football over here. I like all the blokes. They're all top people, mate, and I'm enjoying my stay over here very much.
Tell me some of the basic differences between English football and Sydney football.
Well, as you can see, there's a lot of points scored in a lot of their games, you know, and it's very good for the crowd, and it's very good for people to watch. And I like the football over here. It's pretty open. It's not so much based on defence, and but then again, defence wins games, and that's what we've got to pick up on.
Now, when you first decided to come to Hunslet, you were aware that there were new boys in the First Division. Do you think it was going to be as tough as it has been for you?
Well, you know, they were from the Second Division, and you know, we've lost about 4 or 5 games by, you know, 2 or 3 points, and that's been in the last 5 minutes. So certainly the potential there and the ability's there. But as I said, you know, we're just lacking the tackling technique at the moment, and you know, if we work on the tackling bit, we'll get our game right, because there's certainly ability there to score tries.
Now, there's a lot of young players in the Hunslet team. Is there any individuals that have been outstanding as far as you're concerned?
Mate, yeah, there's. I think that the young second row of me, Sonny Nichols, he's just made the Great Britain cult side, and he's got a big future in the game. Another bloke of ours, Jimmy Irvine, he can play centre, you know, 5'8", fullback, wing. He's very versatile, and I think he's got a big future in the game. But you know, they're all only young fellas, and I think they'll come along good in the years to come.
Now, looking at the opposition you played against today, David, what do you think of Wigan?
Oh, you can't take nothing away from Wigan. They're a class side, and you know, their attacking ability is tremendous, and they've got a good coach in Graham Lowe, and he's put some discipline into them, and they're going to be very, very hard to beat, Wigan.
David, this is, I believe, your first Christmas, isn't it, coming up in England?
Yeah.
How's your stay going generally off the field?
Well, I'm enjoying it very much. You know, we've had a couple of games off here and there, and I've done a bit of travelling over here, and you know, it's a very, very good place, England. What more can I say?
You're enjoying it?
Yeah.
Well, look, mate, all the best for Christmas. I hope that the form continues with you personally into the new year, and hopefully you'll continue and get back in, make the Australian jersey next year.
Well, you know, one can only hope, can't they?
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
David.
mate.
Thank you. David Ward, Hunslet club coach. It's obviously proven as every bit as difficult as you thought it would be playing in the first division, isn't it?
That's quite true, Pete, but all the boys are enjoying it, and it's always better to compete at the highest level in rugby league, and it's better being in the first division than being at the top of the second division.
Now, your opposition today, Wigan, they started out very strongly. They scored 12 points. They had 12 points on the board in the first 9 minutes. What were your thoughts at that time?
A little bit frustrated, really, because we scored a try from a bomb back into the corner, but we got caught offside. Now, it is a planned move, is that, and one of the boys got caught offside. From that moment onwards, we hung back off Wigan, and they picked up 12 points, you know, with 2 tries, which if we'd have collected that try in the corner, who knows, we might have got the confidence to go on to better things.
Now, after the first 10 minutes, when you give them initial first 12 points away, right up to the last 10 minutes, your tackling was very effective, wasn't it?
Yes, we work hard on his defence. Obviously, we've lost a few games in the last 10 minutes of games. The points have been close. And it's defence. It has defence what's let us down. And we work hard on it in training with the kind of routine and patterns. And we emphasise on defence a lot. Obviously, when you're playing against world-class players who can make tries out of nothing, that's what Wigan have. Well, obviously, that's where the faults come in and people miss vital tackles at vital stages of the game.
Now, you scored a try just after half-time that obviously gave you a lot of heart, didn't it?
Yeah, we got back at him in the second half. I mean, the boys, we only made 5 handling errors all game, which we emphasised on that today, because we can't be chasing the ball against Wigan. We need to use our 6 tackles. But we got back at him in the second half. But you need to go that extra stride forward to command the game, which we just hung back again.
Now, you've only had 1 victory in the first division competition so far this season, but you've had a couple of very close tussles, haven't you?
Oh, I think people in the first division know that Hunslet are about. Obviously, we've only 1 game, but it's a long way to go as a season. I see a fine line now developing in the first division where the bottom 6 are developing now, and it's all to play for. It's all to play for.
Now, you've got a busy Christmas schedule and you're going to the new year. What are you hoping for, David?
Well, you've probably got the biggest game of the season for us down here next week, and when we play Lee at home. Lee are struggling, so obviously that's a 4-pointer to us next weekend, and we'll go from there. We'll go 1 week at a time.
Now, you played against Wigan today. Did you think they came here with a reputation, or are they as good a team as what everybody says they are?
Well, obviously they've been going through a bad period in the season where they've been losing a few matches, and everybody keeps running them down a little bit. But Wigan are as strong as ever they've been. They've got strength in depth. Graham Lowe's blending the youth with the experience, then pulling the youth out. You know, he's combining that and fetching them on nice and gradually. And well, he's in charge of a very good side over there.
Going back to your team again, David, you've obviously got a lot of young players yourself, but how are they combining with some of your imports that you've brought across, i.e. David Gillespie?
Well, I cannot speak too highly of David Gillespie. As far as being a top world-class player on the field, he's also a first-class man off the field, and that counts for a lot, you know, for being a rugby league player or being a good club man. The youngsters who have blended around him, it's a great experience for Sonny Nichols to be playing alongside a world-class player in David Gillespie. And this Sonny Nichols, the other second row forward, is going to benefit, you know, like from the experience of David Gillespie. Yeah,
he's certainly a big character. He scored a good try just after half-time. Oh, yeah. He showed tremendous strength, didn't he?
Strength and pace. If you put strength and pace together, well, then you've got the perfect combination.
David, highlights for today. All the best for the new year, and hopefully we'll see Hunslet there and thereabouts, and hopefully escaping relegation.
We'll be there, Pete. We'll be there. We'll always keep working hard.
Thank you very much, David.
Cheers, Pete.
Thank you. Graham West, Wigan captain. A pleasing victory, but I wouldn't say an emphatic one.
Well, we had a period of 10 minutes in the second half where we sort of went a bit uncontrolled. They scored a couple of tries, but the rest of the game seemed to go pretty well. I think what we've got to do during the week to prepare for St Helens is make sure that we control the game for 80 minutes instead of just 40 minutes, going haywire for 10 and then coming back for the last 20.
Yeah, in that period you made one or two very bad defensive losses, didn't you?
We made two defensive losses. I think they scored one into the post where a tackle was missed. But we also, on attack, we just couldn't put it together. The forwards couldn't get in because the halves were there. What we should have done is the forwards taken it up to the centre and then got the ball wide like the coach wants. I think we've got to work on that.
Now, you set off like an house on fire and you couldn't ask for a better start. You were 12 points up within the first 9 minutes.
We certainly were. It worked really well, but they were a very big side. When they got a lot of possession, they used it fairly well. Our defence had to hold, and it did. But as I say, in that second half, they made a couple of good runs, and we made some defensive errors.
Also, they came out and tackled extremely well, didn't they, just after half-time? And for 25 minutes, really, they put it into you, didn't they?
They did, but when we did get the ball back, we never used it to our best advantage. And that's something we've got to work on. But they certainly a big side and played quite well.
Now, you scored some excellent tries today. Which one stands out in your mind?
Well, the fellow that scored 4 tries, he stands out in my mind. It's really good to see Ellery back at centre. You know, I think that's his position. And the tries go to show that he should be there. You talk about Gary Schofield being Mr. Sniffer, but I think Ellery can take that off him.
All right.
He really hangs on well to anybody that makes a break and backs up to score his try.
Now, you've got a busy Christmas and New Year schedule. Where do you want to see Wigan early into the new year?
Well, we want to see them as far as the top as possible. It's going to be very hard. We've got 2 very hard sides to play, St Helens and Warrington, but I think we've got the players to do it.
I mean, obviously you're not happy because you're not in the John Player final, but that's obviously going to take a little bit of pressure off you to your forthcoming Stones Bit of Championships games, isn't it?
Well, that's right. The same thing happened last year when we missed out on the Challenge Cup. We put our mind to playing what was left, the Championship and the Premiership. So now we can put our mind to Wembley, the Championship and the Premiership, and let's hope we can get the lot.
Well, I wish you all the best. If you've got a New Year's resolution, you can let us know, Graham.
Well, to me, it's stay in the first team at all costs.
All right, Graham. All the best for the new year. Thank you very much.
Well, it's taken Wigan a long time in this second half to crack it, but they've really smashed it now. Hampson loves running this ball out, using the decoy, long wide ball out. Wigan streaking down the field again, inside to Hanley. Hanley has support, gets it out to Iro. Iro inside, back on to Hanley again, and Hanley's going over for another one under the post. Well, that was fantastic.